Mother or dream? The choice that shaped a life, asterisk, asterisk. The rain hit the pavement like it had something to prove. She sat under the rusted awning of a forgotten coffee shop, bare feet tucked beneath her, arms wrapped around a threadbare backpack. Most people passed her without a glance. Those who did look, laughed, mocked, tossed her an occasional coin like they were doing charity. What they didn't know, what none of them could possibly imagine, was that she once had a penthouse overlooking the skyline. That she once stood on the brink of something the world would have remembered forever. And that now, the choice that destroyed it all still haunted her. At the core of this story is a woman who had once held greatness in her hands. Not the kind of greatness measured in social media followers or TV interviews, but the kind that whispers to a person from the depths of their soul. She was a genius in design, a visionary who had built prototypes in shelters, sketched brilliance on pizza boxes. At one point, a tech incubator had offered her a chance of a lifetime, a position among the elite. But she never showed up to the pitch meeting, because that same morning her baby boy took his first breath. Alone, scared, and surrounded by machines beeping in a public hospital ward, she made a decision no algorithm could calculate: motherhood over ambition. For years, she disappeared from the radar. Friends assumed she failed. Investors erased her from whiteboards. One former rival openly mocked her online, saying, "Some people are just too weak for greatness." That comment went viral. And it burned. But here's what no one saw. Every night, after putting her son to sleep in the corner of their shared room at a church shelter, she coded. By candlelight, using borrowed devices, with Wi-Fi stolen from nearby cafes. She rebuilt the idea she once abandoned, line by line, function by function. Until one day, she tested it on a discarded tablet and watched the code come to life. It wasn't just a project anymore. It was the solution, an AI-based language decoder that could help nonverbal children communicate. Inspired by her own son's delayed speech and misunderstood emotions, she had created something that could change millions of lives. But she remained anonymous, hidden, choosing privacy and protection over recognition, until the wrong person saw it. He was tall, arrogant, wearing designer shoes and entitlement like cologne. He found her scribbles on a park bench, left there by mistake, and recognized the brilliance. But instead of admiration, he chose greed. He offered her a deal, a lump sum of cash in exchange for the rights. "Take it," he smirked. "It's more than you'll ever make with this thing." She hesitated. The money would give her son a home, school, safety, everything she couldn't promise right now. But signing meant burying her dream, forever. That night, she stood under a flickering street lamp, the contract trembling in her hands. Her son slept nearby, curled against her coat. The city buzzed, unaware that a life-defining choice hung in the air. Mother or dream? Security or legacy? As the pen hovered over the paper, a voice behind her startled her. An older man in tattered clothes, whom she had once shared her sandwich with, watched her quietly. "You don't have to pick one," he whispered. "The ones who change the world often start by changing one life first." She didn't sign. Instead, she posted her project anonymously on a parenting forum. Within 48 hours, it went viral. Parents began uploading videos of their children using the tool, laughing and crying in gratitude. Celebrities picked it up. Schools demanded access. Tech giants wanted partnerships, but now on her terms. And no one knew who she was yet, except one person. A young podcaster from a local college, once homeless himself, recognized her from the shelter circuit. He reached out gently, offered to tell her story the right way. She agreed, under one condition: no names, no fame, just truth. The episode was titled, "The Mother Who Chose Silence and Still Changed the World." Millions listened. But what shook everyone wasn't just her invention. It was what she said at the end. "I thought I had to choose. Be a mother or chase my dream. I didn't realize my dream was my motherhood. My son didn't take away my purpose. He gave it direction." Suddenly, the world looked at her differently. She received anonymous donations, scholarships, grants under aliases. But she kept her identity hidden. She walked the same streets, wore the same coat. Because some stories aren't meant to be finished in bright lights, they're meant to be felt in quiet places. Now, whenever someone mocks a woman chasing dreams with a child in her arms, or laughs at someone scribbling code in the dark, they might think twice. Because hidden fortunes don't always come in cash. Sometimes they come in courage. And sometimes they sit under rusted awnings, changing the world, one silent choice at a time.